Why do some of the wealthiest people in the world often don't show off their wealth? It's a fascinating question, isn't it? Well, today we're going to delve into this intriguing topic and reveal the surprising reasons behind this seemingly paradoxical behavior. We'll be exploring 8 compelling reasons why looking poor can actually be a strategic move for the financially savvy. These insights are not just for the super rich. They are universal principles that anyone can apply to their life, regardless of their financial situation. So buckle up for an enlightening journey into the world of money secrets. Stay tuned to discover the surprising advantages of looking poor. First off, avoiding unwanted attention. Wealth attracts attention, but not all attention is good. You see, when you appear wealthy, you inadvertently become a magnet for all sorts of attention. Imagine you're walking down the street, your pockets lined with gold. You're not literally jingling with every step, but you might as well be. The world sees your affluence, and suddenly you're in the spotlight. Now, being in the spotlight might sound appealing to some. However, it's not always as glamorous as it seems. This attention can take various forms, some of which can be quite detrimental. Let's take a look at some examples. When you're perceived as wealthy, you might attract the attention of opportunists. These are individuals who, rather than seeing you, see dollar signs. They might try to take advantage of your good fortune, offering you can't-miss business ventures or investments that are, more often than not, too good to be true. Another form of unwanted attention comes from those who believe that your wealth should be shared. Now, philanthropy is a noble endeavor indeed. However, being constantly approached for donations, loans, or financial support can become overwhelming and can even lead to guilt or resentment. And let's not forget about the potential security risks. Wealth can make you a target for crime, both in the physical world and in the digital realm. It's an unfortunate truth, but the more affluent you appear, the more likely you are to attract the wrong kind of attention. But what if you could avoid all this? Well, what if instead of flashing your wealth for all to see, you chose to look poor? By presenting yourself modestly, you can fly under the radar, dodging the unwanted attention that wealth often attracts. This doesn't mean you have to live like a pauper or deny yourself the finer things in life. Rather, it's about discretion. It's about next, privacy. It's a luxury that money can't buy. In an era where every detail of our lives can be displayed in the digital world, the value of privacy has skyrocketed. It's a priceless commodity that can be paradoxically harder to maintain the more wealth you accumulate. This is where the concept of looking poor comes into play. Consider this: when you're perceived as wealthy, you're more likely to be a target for all sorts of unwanted attention. From prying eyes to unsolicited offers, the spotlight of wealth can be blinding. On the flip side, looking poor allows you to blend into the background, to pass unnoticed through the crowd. This isn't about hiding or being deceptive, but rather about preserving your right to a private life. Privacy isn't just about keeping secrets, it's about maintaining control over your own life. It's about deciding who gets access to your personal space and information. It's about the freedom to be yourself, without judgment or interference. When you're constantly under scrutiny, it's tough to let your guard down and just be yourself. Moreover, privacy is a key component of security. The less people know about your wealth, the less likely you are to be targeted by those with ill intentions. By looking poor, you're not broadcasting your financial status to the world. This can help keep you safe from scams, theft, and other financial crimes. At the end of the day, it's not about wealth, but how you choose to present it. Moving on, looking poor helps to foster true relationships. Now, this may sound a bit perplexing at first. After all, shouldn't our relationships be based on mutual respect, shared interests, and personal connections rather than our financial status? Well, the answer is yes, of course, but let's delve a bit deeper into this matter. Wealth, as much as we might like to think otherwise, can often cast a long shadow over our relationships. It can distort the dynamics, create imbalances, and sometimes even foster feelings of envy or resentment. When you portray an image of wealth, it can attract people who are more interested in your financial status than in you as a person. They might not be interested in your thoughts, your dreams, or your fears. Instead, they might be more intrigued by your bank balance, your assets, or your lifestyle. On the other hand, when you look poor, Or rather, when you don't flaunt your wealth, you reduce the risk of attracting such individuals. Instead, you're more likely to attract those who are interested in you for who you are, not what you have. These are the people who will stick by you in times of hardship, who will celebrate your successes without envy, and who will support you in your endeavors. These are the relationships that are not only genuine, but also deeply fulfilling. Moreover, looking poor can also help you to maintain a sense of humility. It can serve as a reminder that wealth is not a measure of a person's worth. It can keep you grounded and prevent you from developing a sense of superiority or entitlement. So, you see, looking poor doesn't mean neglecting your appearance or living in squalor. It simply means not allowing your wealth to define you or your relationships. Hope you're enjoying the video so far. If you are, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content just like this. Thank you for your support. Reason number 4, avoiding lifestyle inflation, a subtle trap that many fall into. So, let's delve into what lifestyle inflation actually is. In essence, it's the phenomenon where as your income increases, so too does your spending. You know, that brand new car you've been eyeing, the designer clothes you've been lusting after? Or maybe that swanky uptown apartment you've always dreamt of? Well, that's lifestyle inflation. It's an insidious cycle that can easily spiral out of control. As you earn more, you spend more, and you find yourself trapped in a never-ending cycle of increased spending. It's like running on a treadmill. You're moving a lot, but not getting anywhere. Now let's unpack how looking poor plays into this. It's not about actually being poor or living in poverty. Rather, it's about adopting a more humble and modest approach to life, regardless of how much you earn. It's about resisting the pressure to constantly upgrade your lifestyle and instead focusing on what truly matters. Think about it this way: by looking poor, you're essentially maintaining a low profile. You're not attracting unnecessary attention or pulling out all the stops to impress others. Instead, you're focusing on your own financial goals, building wealth and securing a comfortable future. Moreover, looking poor helps in curbing the temptation to indulge in unnecessary extravagant purchases. It's about prioritizing needs over wants, savings over splurges, and long-term financial security over short-term gratification. The 5th reason is enjoying simple pleasures. Sometimes the simplest things bring the most joy. Have you ever noticed how the most profound moments in life are often the simplest ones? The beauty of a sunset, the aroma of freshly brewed coffee, a good book on a rainy day, the laughter of a loved one. These are the moments that truly matter. And they don't come with a price tag. When we talk about looking poor, we're not advocating for poverty. Rather, we're promoting a mindset that prioritizes the intrinsic value of experiences over materialistic displays of wealth. By focusing less on outward appearances and more on the simple pleasures life has to offer, we can find a deeper sense of contentment. Let's unpack this a bit. When you're not consumed with maintaining an image of wealth, you're free to explore what truly brings you joy. It could be a walk in the park, cooking a meal from scratch, or even just listening to your favorite music. These are the things that money can't buy, but they can bring a wealth of happiness. Moreover, when you're not chasing the next big purchase or constantly trying to keep up with the Joneses, you have more time to enjoy these simple pleasures. Your mind is not cluttered with thoughts of what you need to buy next or how you're going to afford it. Instead, you can focus on the present moment and truly savor the experience. This mindset also fosters gratitude. When you appreciate the simple things in life, you realize how much you already have. It's not about having what you want, but wanting what you have. This shift in perspective can lead to a greater sense of fulfillment and happiness. Next, looking poor helps in maintaining a strong work ethic. Now, this might seem counterintuitive at first. After all, isn't the whole point of working hard to not look poor? Well, yes and no. Let's dive a little deeper into this. When we say looking poor, we don't mean being destitute or struggling. What we're talking about is keeping a modest appearance, living within your means, and not flashing your wealth around. It's about humility and understanding that your work is not just about earning money, but also about character building and personal growth. Here's the thing. When you live a lavish lifestyle, it's easy to fall into the trap of complacency. You've got the fancy car, the designer clothes, the luxury holidays. It can feel like you've made it, right? But this mindset can lead to a slackening of your work ethic. You might start taking things for granted, assuming that the money will always be rolling in. You might stop striving, stop pushing, stop trying to improve. On the other hand, looking poor can serve as a constant reminder that you need to keep working hard, to keep striving for more. It's a way of keeping yourself grounded. It's a way of reminding yourself that there's always room for improvement, that there's always more to learn, more to achieve. It's a way of keeping that fire in your belly alive. And let's not forget about the satisfaction that comes from knowing that your success is not just about material wealth, but also about your work ethic. The satisfaction that comes from knowing that you've earned every penny, every accolade, every bit of respect through your hard work and dedication. Seventh, looking poor helps in protecting your assets. Now, this may sound a bit counterintuitive at first, but let's delve into this concept and see what it's all about. Imagine a world where everyone knows the extent of your wealth. It's like walking around with a sign that says, "I'm rich." This can attract unwanted attention and potential threats. It's not just about thieves and burglars, although they are a concern. It's also about frivolous lawsuits, scams, and even people who want to take advantage of your wealth. When you choose to look poor, you're not just making a fashion statement, you're creating a protective shield for your assets. This shield helps to keep your wealth hidden from prying eyes, thus reducing any risks associated with being perceived as wealthy. By keeping a low profile, you can avoid attracting the attention of those who might want a piece of your financial pie. This is not about being paranoid, rather it's about being prudent. You've worked hard for your assets, and it's only sensible to take steps to protect them. There's a saying that goes, "A fool and his money are soon parted." By appearing less affluent than you actually are, you're less likely to become the target of those looking to part you from your hard-earned wealth. It's a simple but effective strategy to safeguard your assets. This doesn't mean you can't enjoy the fruits of your labor. It's about being sensible with your wealth, not flaunting it. You can still live comfortably, enjoy your success, but do it in a way that doesn't draw unnecessary attention. Remember, wealth is not just about how much you earn, but also about how much you keep. Finally, looking poor gives you control over your wealth. This may seem counterintuitive at first, but allow me to explain. When you adopt a lifestyle that doesn't scream wealth, you get to decide where your money goes, rather than letting your lifestyle dictate your spending. Imagine a world where you're not constantly chasing the next big purchase to impress others. Instead, you're investing in your future, in experiences that bring you joy, and in causes that matter to you. This is the power of looking poor. It's all about financial independence and control. The beauty of this approach lies in its simplicity. It's not about how much you earn, but rather how you manage what you have. By not flaunting your wealth, you're not trapped in a never-ending cycle of consumption and competition. You're not pressured to maintain a facade of wealth, to buy the latest car, the biggest house, or the most expensive clothes. You are free to make financial decisions that align with your values and long-term goals. In a society that often equates wealth with happiness, looking poor might seem like an odd strategy. But remember, true wealth is not just about the balance in your bank account. It's about the freedom to live life on your terms. It's about having the means to take care of your loved ones, to pursue passions, and to contribute to causes you care about. When you look poor, you get to decide what wealth means to you. You're not swayed by societal pressures or standards. Instead, you get to define your own measures of success and happiness. And isn't that a powerful place to be? Each of these reasons underscores the power of subtlety and simplicity, not just in financial matters, but in life as a whole. It's about more than just money. It's about gaining true freedom and peace of mind. So let's take these lessons to heart and start redefining what wealth really means to us. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Until next time, keep these money secrets in mind.